Valley View now for a little over 2 years or a little under 2 years. What are some of the changes that you've been able to see?
And really, I think I was able to see it this week a lot. It's kind of like watching a teenager grow up and kind of be able to stand on their own. It was amazing from the administrators who I worked with a lot to some of the teachers that I haven't worked with as much, but I've been around them enough to hear differences in terms of how they're talking. Success criteria isn't a buzzword that we're throwing out. We're really describing it. We're talking today several times, people saying, we did learning targets, and now I'm realizing where we needed to add the specificity of success criteria. There was an authentic learning of the concepts and construct of visible learning that were being displayed. Working with yourself and the other administrative team at the cabinet level, but also with the building level administrators, just a different level of conversation around making sure the adult learners were really learning. And I think that's the biggest shift that came out time and time again with almost every interview, was realizing we need to make sure that everyone is learning. And from the administrative level, principal, folks at the district office, if our adults aren't learning, they aren't changing how they do things, why would we ever think it's going to impact student learning? And because that is taking place, it was amazing to hear the student responses. It was amazing to hear teachers talk about how their students are embracing their learning. So I think that's probably the biggest thing that I say with pride as someone who's had a little bit of impact and a chance to work with the Valley View folks, was to make sure everyone acknowledges that we have really looked at adult learning, I think, in ways that you were not at all 2 years ago the way you are now. And I think that's been the biggest shift that is so apparent. Someone like myself who doesn't live here, who comes in from time to time, and I can see those changes over time, I think it's something everybody here should be very proud of.
So with someone who